Mr. Greg White in the house first tonight. What's up, buddy? Wait a minute. No, I'm losing track. You guys are coming in too fast. Hey, Big D, checking in from Wrangell, Illinois. Lisa Ballard in with us. Beat everyone. That's the official ruling. Jeremy Sather in with us. So good to see all of you guys. We are pumping it up for another episode of Shop Talk. Great to be here with you. I'm Chris from Cycle Source Magazine. Mike Draco in with us from Cincinnati. Robin Higginbottom, good to see you here. We're going live in just 2 minutes. Quick countdown tonight because we want to get straight to it. Sunday night here in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio, and we can't wait for another episode of Shop Talk. Don't go anywhere. Time to get a drink real quick, kick back and relax, and get ready to go live in a minute and a half. All right, Lance Baxter, Leesburg, Florida. We're right down the road, man. We're in the Cycle Source Mobile Command Center up here in Lakeland, Florida. Getting ready to head to Texas for the big Lone Star Rally event. Madrid Rios, good to see you here. Doug Roquette, Walla Walla, Washington. David Morrell, what's up with you, buddy? John Mellon, Fort McCoy, Florida. Lots of Florida people in tonight, and that's good. Beautiful weather down here. Sure don't mind spending the end of October, beginning of November this way. I'll tell you that. It's something nice. 50 seconds left, and we're going live. Steve Broyles checking in from Detroit. Big D-Town up there. Poppy, good to see you here with us tonight. What fun, what topics? Sounds fun, what topics? So tonight we're going to talk about some products. Fuel Cleveland, the Twisted Tea Dragger. And last but not least, the highlight of the show will be Mad Stork and his traveling art display. Well, with 21 seconds left, I think it's time to get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks. Let's go live with this week's Shop Talk. Here we go. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is almost 9 o'clock exactly, and if any of you have been watching this show for quite some time, then you know that's amazing when we're this close to the top of the hour. I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. I'm going to be your host for the next 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheeled bullshit we can fit on Shop Talk, presented to you by Dennis Kirk. Glad to be here. Actually, glad to be anywhere, man. It's been a hell of a week, but I'm not telling you guys anything. I'm going to bring my co-hosts in, my crew. How's everybody doing this week? Rough week? Rough week for you guys too?
No.
What's happening?
Mark, buddy.
It'd be a rough week. You guys are in Florida. You're living the life.
The weather's good. We went to the beach.
Listen, we saw alligators today.
Alligators today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what we saw this week? Tornadoes.
Really?
Oh. Is my house still there?
Yeah, Hampton. Yep, still standing.
Damn it.
Hampton got torn up this week.
Did it really? Wow. Tornadoes in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, a couple roofs torn off, a bunch of trees knocked down.
So
yeah, it was a doozy.
The media is going crazy, like watching all the stuff, you know, at the week after and moving into the second week after Sons of Speed, like looking at all the great pictures. And our guest tonight has some killer ones too. But man, every time I see that young cat from Toast and eBay Jake in a picture, I just think, God damn, I wish you were there, dude. I wish you were at that race, because I know how much you love motorcycle racing, and there hasn't been, like, for me, a race that tight and that exhilarating for a long, long time. And, like, you know, we walked up to that kid, was it the end of the night or later on at Tosa's, and you know, we applauded him, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm getting applause for being the first loser. And we were like, hey dude, not even that you're getting applause for being one of the 2 greatest racers I've ever seen on that track. You know what I mean?
His name was Joe Orsini.
That brings some.
Go ahead, Mark.
I said that brings some big excitement to it when you have competition like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so good. It's his 2nd year racing Sons of Speed, and he has no fear. I got to do a little interview with him. No fear. I'm like, everybody comes out and they're nervous. He's like, yeah, no, not so much. And he just goes for it.
Yeah, he was flat out getting it.
Like, he just loves it.
So what are you laughing at? Because you see Heather's mom. You're on time. I'm impressed. Curtis Town, he was getting it. Who else is here? Julie Alwanger, storming here now. Where are you at, Julie? Tell us. Sasha Cycle in with us. Right on. Ken's the man. Absolutely.
We have a little PSA from Chris Stanley. Peterson Harley Davidson in Miami needs a motorcycle mechanic, now hiring.
Yeah, Peterson Harley Davidson and everyone else in every business in the United States right now has the, you know what I'm saying? God.
Man, if anybody says, I can't find a job, it's because you haven't gotten off your couch.
Liar.
Liar, 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 pants on fire.
Oh, man.
You're not kidding, because I could use about 4 people myself.
Right?
So.
What do you do, man? I mean, you know, in your day-to-day, you know, you're in a kind of a job, like not your crew personally, but your type of job cycles through people to begin with, and you got to be terrified to let anybody go right now.
Yeah, I am. But just like motorcycling, or like you're saying, any other industry, man, it's so hard to find people. You almost have to cater to the people that you have. Luckily, I have 4 great guys that work with me and for me, so I'm lucky. We kill ourselves to try and make ends meet, but God, I can't imagine, especially now, motorcycling and even mechanical automotive, and these poor people can't find parts, they can't get resources, everything's falling apart. And like Heather said, if you can't find a job, there's something wrong with you, because there's anything you want to do right now is out there. So
hey, our buddy up at Speed Freak, Clint Kittle, first he says, tornadoes stay right in the valley, half mile from my shop, crazy loud. But then he comes back and says, we need a body man. And I have to tell you, he put an ad up on one of the social media sites, and I'm not going to say which one so that we don't get a shadow ban, but he put up body man wanted and got blocked because it was a gender specific term. I was like, come on, man.
Hey, Cycle Source is looking to fill a production assistant position.
Yes.
You have to not like sleep, be just a no, I'm not even going to say
slightly affected with the motorcycle disease.
Just slightly.
We're
not
honestly,
care
though,
about social media.
We're looking for somebody to come in and do some video work and some social media stuff. So check it out.
And you have to know how to do everything.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
You got to be a little in crazy welcome.
No.
Go. He said crazy.
No.
He said crazy wealthy.
Oh, crazy wealthy? Okay, I thought you said crazy welcome. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Can I get an amen?
All right, so lots of stuff to get to tonight. I do want to take a second, man, and thank our studio sponsor, Dennis Kirk, right up here. If you guys are not hip to Dennis Kirk can get you that stuff fast. Dennis Kirk is in a race with Amazon for how fast they get stuff to my house. And if you're always last minute like me, that's pretty important, especially in these days when something's finally in stock. You need to get it in a hurry. But I give them some extra credit tonight because we've been broadcasting all this time through their garage build site, and they've stepped it up for us and taken us to the main Dennis Kirk social media
I feel like
pages.
we hit the big time.
Right. You're going to sing the Jefferson song?
No.
Come on, man.
It's about time.
Oh, man.
You
Come
can
on.
sing it. You have a better voice than I do.
No, I can't sing it. But listen, man, if this is your first time watching Shop Talk, I want to welcome you to the show. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we go live with 90 to 120 minutes, all the bullshit we can fit from the two-wheeled world, and we start the whole thing off with a little segment we like to call the news. First up in the news tonight from our own Cycle Source magazine news blog, Central Florida Wheels of Steel is set to step it up in 2021. The third annual Central Florida Wheels of Steel is set to take place December 11th and 12th, 21 at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida, with some exciting additions that will make the event bigger and better than before. Wheels of Steel has teamed up with Florida's Full Throttle to add a dynamic outdoor experiential portion to the event. They're thrilled to announce the addition of a ride-in bike show, outdoor vendors, a sound-off competition, and mini bike racing. You want to check more of that out, go to cfwheelsofsteel.com. Did I get that right, Heather?
You did.
Wow, look at that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Right? Listen, I am the tiny acorn.
I'm so impressed.
Wow, you two have definitely been spending way too much time together.
Right?
You know what it is? We did normal people stuff this weekend.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, must be nice.
Don't tell anybody.
Only part days. We did part days normal people weekend. It was really weird.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Nice save, Heather.
Next up in the news, from Torque magazine, Bare Knuckle Performance now offering parts installation with 25% off of labor. Bare Knuckle Performance knows there's nothing worse than spending your hard-earned money on quality American-made parts only to have them installed by those who lack the skills and are not certified technicians. This is why they are now offering parts installation and 25% off their already low labor costs than others. When qualified people install parts, when unqualified people install parts, you risk damaging the parts or worse, even the entire motorcycle. We know how hard our customers work to earn their money, and we don't want them to see them getting raked over by other shops that are not qualified. Check them out today at bareknuckleperformance.com. Tell them that we sent you. 25% off labor in these days where everyone's searching for labor, right?
That's big. 25% off is huge.
Right. More big news
it's crazy
coming in.
How much the labor rate.
And you guys, by the time we get to September of 22, you're going to get tired of me hearing me talk about this, but I'm still just thrilled and excited. Smokeout Rally is headed back to Salisbury for 22. We put this out official on the news wire this week. After reaching a deal between Flat Black Productions and the Source Media Group, the 2-decade-long Smokeout Rally will not only come back for 22, but will return to the original Salisbury location at the Rowan County Fairgrounds. Now with more camping and more annual events at the fairground, it would seem that the Smokeout Rally will do well at this location again. The response proves to be all that and more, with locals and event vendors already giving overwhelming support to the announcement slated for September 9th and 10th. 22. The long-standing traditions of the Smokeout will not change. Everything attendees have come to expect over the years, from the mini bike racing to the chopper show, is still intact. Some additions will be the Legacy Invitational, the Tankful program, lots of great stuff happening there. But mainly, I want to tell you guys, get over to smokeoutrally.com. Check it out. So Jeremy Valentine's so stoked for Smokeout. Good, man. We are too. But the big news there is the Smokeout Rally is up and running. We have all the bugs chased out of the shopping cart, and the vendor and tickets are up for sale and going pretty good. So thank you guys for the support on that. Mark, you ready for Smokeout, buddy?
Get out and get them.
You ready? You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm so excited that I think I'm just going to move there this week.
How about while I'm going through the old pictures of Smokeout, I run across the year that we invented the whiskey super soaker.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, it was so. I might
still have a hangover from that.
I think it was actually Duke's idea.
I think it was. But he was great at coming up with ideas that he didn't do, so everybody sit back and watch everybody else trip and fall.
He'd push it off on us. You're right.
Yeah. And he take pictures of it.
He's like, look at these idiots. So this is, I almost want to do this as batshit crazy news, but I'm not going to, because I've been kind of hard on Uncle Harley lately. Harley-Davidson's silent alarm to spawn one of the world's first lines of custom live wire. So I'm not even going to reread this news story. We talked about this on Torque this week. The big thing that they're talking about is, this is the first seen kind of customized live wire, and the question is out there, will this be, will this help launch the progression of the live wire thing to, a whole custom segment?
Did they cut the price by $15,000?
No.
Oh, well, there's your answer. Sorry.
Real nice. Real nice. You're supposed to be the better half of me.
I'm sorry.
That? You're supposed to.
I failed.
Did I hear her say not hating, just saying?
Yeah. She's turned into a proper Central Florida girl.
Oh.
So it's almost pointless to bring this up, but the 2022 Indian Motorcycle Challenger Limited X Jack Daniels.
Why is it pointless to bring it up?
Because they're already sold out.
Oh,
you can't.
That's
you
because
can't get
Brian
one of
Clock
these.
was involved.
You can't get one of these if you tried.
Well, that's because Brian Clock, and Brian's awesome.
Only 107 being built. They put this news release out. We read it. I think it was the day after we had the news release out on Torque, and they were already sold out. Like, that's, dude. We need to reinvestigate how we're building motorcycles. I'm just saying, Jesus. So
Apparently, just write Jack Daniels on them; they'll sell out.
Lots of great stuff going on tonight. We're gonna go to our new product segment. When we come back on the other side of the commercial break, we're going straight to our guest tonight, Mr. Mad Stork, and we're gonna talk to him about his rolling art studio. So stick around. Here comes new products. Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, Greasing Gears Garage, and we're back in the shop for a new product spotlight. The Fat Baggers, 1.5 inch, easy install, pointed tip, 16-inch chrome handlebar kit. So these are made from 120 wall, done over mandrel, DOM tubing. They will accept the throttle by wire. They'll also accept heated grips. Everything that you need comes in the box for these. The clutch cable, the brake cable, all the wiring right in there, ready to go. You can see these have already been relieved for internal wiring. Nice heavy product, and comes in at $649.95. You can check them out today at DennisKirk.com. Tell them the guys at Greasing Gears Garage sent you. Till next time, this is Chris with New Product Spotlight.
Have you built a bike you'd like to show off? Would you like it showcased on an awesome website and have a shot at some sick prizes? Then Garage Build wants to see your ride. It's super easy. Just go to garagebuild.com, enter your information, and share your stories. Don't forget to upload your photos and videos and tell us what it took to build your ride. Your build could be featured on our Facebook page and our Instagram page, and some might even make it into Cycle Source magazine. Everyone that submits a build will receive a free Garage Build hat and a chance at a $250 Dennis Kirk gift card. After you've entered your build, support your fellow builders by rating and commenting on your favorite bikes. If you're not a builder and you still want to participate in the action, go to view the builds on Garage Build's site. Let the owners know what you think of their unique rides by rating and commenting. Enter your email address for a chance to win a $100 Dennis Kirk gift card. Don't forget to follow Garage Build on Facebook and Instagram. You just might see your ride featured. There's going to be 2 contests per year. So head over to DennisKirksGarageBuild.com now for your chance to win. I'm Dylan with Dennis Kirk. We'll see you guys next time.
This is Rick from RKB, and you're watching Shop Talk.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. I'm in the garage today working on the Dennis Kirk Garage Build FXR Evolution. What is that? It's a performance-based FXR that we're going to build throughout the year. At the end, you're going to have a chance to win it at Sturgis. Go to DennisKirkGarageBuild.com for more information, and stay tuned to see how this thing comes together. So many great people watching tonight. Welcome everyone to Shop Talk, your regular Sunday night dose of two-wheel entertainment. Want to send some shout outs real quick. Rob Nussbaum in the house, Tom Banks with us, really digging what Ken Mad Stork is doing. The usual suspects, Dan Toss is here, Steve Broyles, good to see all you guys.
Tanya is here.
Tanya is watching. What's up?
We got the boss in the house.
Right? That's what's going on. So so much to say about the next guest.
So be on your best behavior.
Huh? No, I'm not going to say any of that shit.
Behavior.
I'm not going to say any of that shit. I'm going to say all the good stuff. I can't even remember how long, Ken has been coming around and coming out to the stuff that we're doing, but he's always like such a great supporter of everything. And for years, man, like just taking some of the most beautiful pictures, and it seemed like, it was all for his pleasure and the people that he was taking the pictures of. Well, recently he came up with a way to bring it all together and continue this celebration of the artwork through his lens, through other people's lenses, the art that they're exhibiting. And we're gonna go to the airways right now and bring Ken Mad Stork on here and talk about his Roland art exhibit. Ken, what do you know?
Hey guys. Hey Heather, Chris, and Mark. I appreciate you guys having me on tonight. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
How you guys doing?
Our pleasure.
We're good, man. We're good. It's so good to get to talk to you for a minute. Like now, all of a sudden, you used to be hanging out all the time, and it seemed like you were always just right there. Now you're so damn busy when we go to a show, it's hard to catch up to you.
Absolutely. Hey, so a big part of this is your fault. So I was coming around to motorcycle events and taking photos, and I don't know, probably about 8 years ago was the first time I got my stuff in your magazine. But,
yeah, now you're too busy to give it to us, like to shoot for us anymore.
Listen how she throws.
Big time.
Listen how she throws the guilt around. She gets that from her mother, and I know her mother's watching right now.
I'm from Boston. What do you expect?
Mother guilt.
He big times us. No.
This goes back with me probably about 10 years ago when I started going to Sturgis and seeing you guys with your art display. I mean, I remember going back to the Broken Spoke when you and Darren and Seth, the tattooed Jew, when you guys had your shows at the Broken Spoke back there. So. I never really considered, I can't say ever, but I never really considered the photography into the art part of it, until, hanging out with you guys and, seeing that, and Mark Velasquez and, a couple other guys, Brian Helm, as it inspired.
And I'm so glad it did, because the way you capture the lifestyle and the people at these events is phenomenal. You have a way of getting that picture, and you can feel the people's emotions and how happy they are, and you can see the story in that 100-year-old bike. You're so talented. You have an eye is unbelievable.
You've always said you like my event photography.
I do. I'm a huge fan.
I think it's getting to know most of these people. Like, I'm friends with a lot of these people. And, getting in there and being up close to them, I can get in there and get some good stuff,
Right on. Well, and man,
I think one of the...
Go ahead, Mark.
I think one of the coolest parts about this whole thing is that, him being a photographer himself, but he's promoting other photographers. He's promoting other people's work. To me, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's one thing to go out there and push yourself, but to give somebody else credit in your space, they got to give you props for that. That's for sure.
I appreciate that, but that's also my insecurity, right? So, who the hell's going to want to come and see just my stuff? So I have to throw some big weight out there. I got Darren McHagg and Brian Helm, and actually Jody Perowitz was really awesome and lent us a helmet that she painted, and Schumacher and CW and Otter. So, I couldn't just I'm not an ego guy. So, I had to open it up to a bunch of other people. But,
I think it's great. And like I was saying before, the way you have a way of seeing things that other people may miss. Like, I'm on your Instagram page right now, and I'm looking at a picture that you took at Sons of Speed, and it's 3 hands working on a motorcycle. And that's just such a great shot. And so many people probably didn't even see that. And the fact that not only you saw it, but you were able to capture it, it's a beautiful photo, and it speaks volumes about what happens on the track.
So that's actually something that I've been thinking about for a while, getting the hands in there. and watching, the number one tool that everybody has is their hands, right? So I just went on the Cannonball, and one of my reasons for going on the Cannonball was to see all the mechanics from the guys and the girls working on their motorcycles in the parking lot at nighttime. And I started capturing some of that, and I have, and I'm going to say his name wrong, but Sinya, I believe it is, or Sinja, the Japanese guy. I have, if you scroll back a little ways, I have an amazing photo of him. It's like pitch dark. He's got he's got one of his buddies holding a shop light, and I captured that, and I was like, all right, this is I think my number one shot of the Cannonball. I can go home now. I still had a couple days left driving Dave Perowitz, following the banquets, and Tom Banks. I hear Tom Banks is out there. Yep. Tom Banks and Jody Perowitz chasing after those guys.
Dude, that's beautiful. Listen, seriously,
that needs to be a painting.
Yeah, I wanted to reach out to you about this. I would love to use this as reference for a painting.
Well, so again, I go back to part of it's your fault. You and Darren.
It's all his fault, Ken.
What's that?
It's all his fault.
So you guys have inspired me. You and Darren were big inspirations, right? So I think Darren might have been the first one to take one of my photos and put it to canvas. And you did one of my photos also, the one of Sean, the impromptu Hollister at Buck's Indian with all the beer cans under his pan head. You I believe you put that to canvas also.
Yep.
So you guys inspired me to get out there and try to capture something that the next person might put on canvas, paint the canvas, oil the canvas. So,
well, the other thing you got to realize too is only for, and I say this all the time, and I'm not sure if any of the young guys get it, but only for 2 seconds was motorcycling any kind of popular mainstream topic, and by and large throughout the history of it, it's been guys like you, and guys like us, and guys like Darren, the painters, the photographers, the journalists that have kept the history books of this thing, and that's what they'll get. They always get the crazy drunk people of Sturgis. That's how they see us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So without the benefit of the photography that you do, that Missy does, that Michael Lichter does, they don't get to see who we really are. That's the biggest credit about the work that you're doing. And Savannah too. I mean, there's other people I could go on and on for quite a while, but
absolutely.
So where did
this?
Sorry, go ahead, Ken.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to ask you where you got the idea to do this rolling art museum.
So, being in the motorcycle world for a while, I have a couple pretty cool motorcycles, and I've been collecting photography and art from my friends for a while. So I have quite a bit of stuff. So over the years, I've actually been kind of joking around saying, hey, someday I'd like to have Mad Storks art, art, photography and motorbike museum, like a brick and mortar one, who knows where. But it's always, kind of been, a little bit of a joke, but not really a joke. Like I'd like to actually maybe have something someday, So I got this van like a year ago, and I've just been trying to figure out like how to set it up. And I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I bought a bunch of curtains just to cover the wall. And then once I finished covering the wall with the curtains, I'm standing outside and I'm like, you know what, asshole? You should probably put plywood up and make this like a mobile art gallery. So, just before the Cannonball, I was like, all right, let me get like 2 walls done. And then after the Cannonball, I'll come back and, get another wall done. And then I'll be ready for Daytona for Willie's. And I had reached out to Willie a while ago about doing it. I was kind of hoping that I could do it for the Indian Larry Block Party, but I was leaving there the next day and going to Nashville to pick up Dave Perowitz and chase the Cannonball for the last week. So that just didn't work out, unfortunately. But I was like, what a great spot. I mean, Willie's is one of my favorite shows, and in October it's a little quieter, and so I'm like, hey, let's try it. So I started reaching out, and I reached out to probably Darren first, and again, I was a little shy and insecure about doing it. And, I asked a couple other people, like, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, do it. You got to do it. That's so cool. Do it. And I'm like, are you blowing smoke up my ass, or do you think this is cool? They're like, no. Because everybody yas you, right? Like if somebody came and said, hey, should I jump off the bridge? Yeah, jump off the bridge, right?
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you can do it. You'll make it. No problem.
So I have to tell you, like, I asked you, as soon as I heard that you were doing this, before I had even seen it at Willie's, I think I hit you up and were like, okay, I need you to come to smoke out with us. And you're like, I haven't even done it yet. Hang on. I'm like, but I know it's going to be awesome. You have to do it.
Again, we have some crazy ideas, and sometimes we do them, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes I'm a little shy and insecure about some things, and getting out there in front of people is one of those things.
Which is crazy because since for people who don't know, Mad Stork is a retired career fireman from Yonkers, and he retired about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And since then, you have been on some of the most epic adventures ever.
Yeah.
And
in the motorcycle world.
Yeah.
All kinds of great stuff in the motorcycle world. And that's the passion. Part of the passion.
But through that, you started a thing called Hogs for Hope.
Yeah.
And when you say you're insecure and you're shy about things, when people are insecure and shy about things, they don't do things like you do. So Hogs for Hope is an event that he does to support the Ronald McDonald House. How much money have you raised over the course of your?
I'm not really sure about that.
Your
But last year we raised $60,000 for charity. So it was like $40-something thousand to Ronald McDonald House.
Wow.
$10,000 to the Aiden Jack Seeger Foundation, and another $32.50 to the Samuel Waxman Cancer Foundation.
Outstanding.
And, we actually had $2,000 left over by kind of by accident, because of my accounting. I had $2,000 cash that I put under a cover under a seat cover that I had forgotten about until like a couple days later. And a week before, there was two firemen from New Haven, one that got jammed up in a fire, and one was killed in a fire, and the other one was serious. So we took that $2,000 and sent it up to New Haven.
Outstanding. So, you say
doing good stuff.
Yeah, you say you're shy and insecure, but you do so much great stuff. You give back to your community. You put a smile on people's faces everywhere you go.
Thank you.
Like,
hey, I have to tell you something. Go ahead, Moore.
On that note, stay shy and insecure then.
Right? Yeah, don't change.
Yeah.
Don't change.
Don't get loud and turn into a dick.
I could be a dick too, but ask around, they'll tell you.
Listen, I got to tell you something, man. So we've had the privilege. Darren McKeag says he's not so shy after a few drinks.
No.
Yeah, right.
Darren's got something to say.
Right.
All right. My man.
So we've had the privilege to do these biographies, short biographies through the Dennis Kirk Garage Build program, and one of them I got to do was on our friend Matt Reel. It's coming out like any day now.
Cool. Awesome.
And Matt is also a career firefighter.
Yeah.
And man, I have never had more respect for you guys than spending the time and listening to the stories from him and everyone that works out of his house. And we went to the training building and we did a bunch of that stuff. And I got to see what these guys go through. And that's a serious life. I mean, it comes with serious rewards too. And I'm not talking about the pay or pension or anything like that, but I don't know too many jobs that have the kind of community that professional firefighters do. Like I was in awe by that. I was a little jealous that I didn't have something like that in my life, because it was so special spending time with those guys.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, if you just look back 5.5 years ago when I hit that damn antelope in Wyoming, and I was in the hospital in Billings, Montana for 13 days. It was five of my Yonkers firefighters came out in a mobile home to pick me up and take me home, because I couldn't fly or couldn't take the train or anything.
Yeah.
So,
That's incredible. Yeah, like
firefighters they're lifesavers and risk takers and givers.
Yeah, They really are, and I mean, I knew that, but until we got to go and spend several days with them, like in their firehouse and
Did you guys really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to we got to spend a couple days with them, and like he said, we got to go inside the training building while they were doing exercises and things like that, and they've actually invited us back to do a little more in-depth training with them. I think I might die, but they said I could try the course, like the test.
Yeah, Mark, we're actually going down. We're gonna go down and do the whole thing. They said we could actually be in the building when they light it up. You know, we'll get all the gear and everything, and we get to do the preparedness test, like the physical part and everything.
I think I might die, but I'm gonna try it. But like, I left there with so much
I
respect.
hyperventilate getting out of the car.
Yeah, Ken, we left with so much respect and so much love for them, because they have formed this amazing family.
Yeah.
Within, and like, I realize that when they call it a firehouse, it's truly a house. It's a home for these guys, and it was an amazing experience.
These guys are putting their lives on the line for us, for all of us.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Matt or talked to Matt in a while, but you know, last time was probably at BMR. And, you know, we spoke for a while, and I know he's doing hazardous material training. We spoke about, you know, suiting up and all that stuff, and you know, they're no joke, man. Those guys are.
Do you miss it?
I miss it a little bit. You know, I did 25 and a half years, and I was kind of grooming myself for retirement. So, you know, I miss the guys. You know, I don't really miss the work that much, but you know, it was a great job. It was very rewarding. You know, the stuff that we did to help people, and just the charity work that we had done to help people. And you know, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys if I wasn't a Yonkers firefighter. So, you know, I loved and respected that job, and it was a big part of my life.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad you're retired now, though, because your adventures, like, I love watching them.
Thanks. So I'm working on my next step for the van. I'm not sure what my next place is going to be. My next event's going to be. I was thinking of fuel, but there's a couple things that I learned. A couple things that I need to improve. Like I need to make another step or a couple other things for the van. So, you know, I don't think I'll be ready for fuel. But
we were talking earlier, and just out of curiosity, we were wondering, where did Mad Stork come from? Where did you get the name Mad Stork?
Well, so Mad Stork was kind of always a nickname of mine. And then when I got in the fire department, you know, firemen are like kids, and they're really good at busting stuff. So, you know, I'm, you know, pretty much any tall, you know, land-based Gorky bird was a nickname. So I was an emu, a flamingo, an ostrich, all kinds of stuff. So Mad Stork really became like an alias of mine, because I had a girlfriend at the time that wasn't crazy about the photos that I was taking. And, you know, I don't think Instagram was out then, so it was just Facebook. So my real name, you know, under my real name, I was going to like the Rumblers car show and taking photos of the pinup girls there, and, you know, posted them on Facebook. And a girlfriend's like, "This is what you're doing?" You know, and, you know, it's Facebook, so it wasn't anything crazy. You know, it wasn't, you know, there's no topless pictures or anything, but just, you know, sexy chicks and pinup. And so I was like, all right, so I got to create an alias now to, you know, to cover my tracks. So Mad Stork was an alias for posting all my photos.
Mark, that was the greatest. He actually did an Andrew Dice Clay when he did his girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
This is what you doing.
This is what you do. Hickory dickory dock.
Oh my God.
Rob Nussbaum at the same time we're saying that goes Andrew Dice. Andrew Dice Stork. That's great.
Hey, you got to go on YouTube. Recently I went on YouTube, and he sings Elvis Presley actually very well.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've seen that.
I actually saw him at the Nassau Coliseum 100 years ago, and I don't remember it. But after every one of his shows, he sang.
No
I'm glad I can't read what's coming up.
Oh my goodness. Now, do I want to know why you don't remember it?
Oh no, it wasn't anything like that because it was probably 30 years ago. Just I don't remember him singing. But you know, so going on YouTube, they said that after every one of his stand-up acts, he would actually sing, you know, Elvis, or he did John Travolta doing Grease Lightning, and
Wow.
he's more talented than we realized, I guess. Is you know, he did a very good Elvis.
Hey.
Actually.
He's an actor. He was in The New Star Is Born, so he plays a good role in that.
Yeah, buddy.
True. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So listen, let's talk about Sons of Speed for a minute, because, you know, of all the images that come out of Sons of Speed, like, you know, it seems like we talked about this in pre-show, your ability to capture that intensity, you know, like looking into the face of the riders, like somehow you are always in that spot that you're getting that concentration, that absolute intensity that drives these people.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know, I'm doing the best that I can, and you know, a little film editing helps a little bit too. But I was actually talking to Jody Perowitz about the tinted shield, and I'm hoping in March that you know, we can focus in on, you know, on that focus a little bit more. But you know, listen, you know, it's trial and error, and you know, talking to a couple of my buddies, Brian Helm has actually been, you know, a very big inspiration. And,
Dude,
you know,
that cat is incredible. Like,
yeah,
that's another one that just blows my mind, the shit that he gets.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so he's, you know, I've had issues, you know, capturing motion or whatever, and he'll be like, oh, you got to do this and that. And, you know, he's become a friend, you know, like you guys. He's become a friend, and he's not afraid, you know, to tell me what I need to do, and I'm not afraid to listen. And he's definitely helped me, you know, hey, you want to be in this turn or that turn, or, you know. So yeah, Brian has definitely helped out.
Now this picture that we have up on the screen right now, you know, we talked about this in pre-show too, that this was the race of the century. Like, this was without a doubt like one of the coolest things I've seen just ever.
Oh, it was pretty amazing seeing these hot 45s. You know, I'm so glad, like the first year that I went, it was like all JDs and maybe some Indians, 100-year-old Indians that were running it at Sons of Speed. And I'm so glad, because I like the 45s. I'm so glad that they opened it up to the 45 class, you know, hot 45. And watching these guys rip around, you're like, those aren't 45s. Like, come on. So, you know, it's impressive, man.
Hey, you know what, John? I just want to send a shout out real quick. John has reminded me you are one of these people now, and I couldn't be happier. Like, I was so proud to be any part of this. But one of the things I can tell you from being one of the photographers the whole time this thing has been developing, if you've been to a Sons of Speed race in one of the first couple years, you got to go back now, because honest to God, like, the level of sportsmanship, the level of racing prowess, you know, like, these guys are literally, they've taken it so far. They're working strategy on the track. Like, watching when we're looking at that picture of eBay Jake and the kid from Toast, like, they were working track strategy on each other every one of the 6 laps of their heats. Like, they were stealing each other's lines, they were pushing each other down from the wall. Like, that was real racing that was going on. You know, this thing has evolved into something that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely impressive seeing those guys. Like, there was a couple times when they came around the track, I was just pumped. I like giving fist pumps. Like, yeah, this is racing, man. This is cool. Because a lot of times they're, you know, everybody's getting separated, and you know, there's a couple fast people, but seeing those two guys was very impressive. I enjoyed it, you know, immensely. It was great.
Mark, you got to be there. You got to be there in the spring, buddy.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to coming and seeing it. It's been a couple of years, but I agree with Ken. I mean, Billy's got to take this to the next level, and that's going to be by advertising it, by pushing it. So, you know, that's going to bring it even further into the limelight.
Just to let you know, like, in the rider meeting in Biketoberfest, he talked about big things coming by spring. You know, and he wasn't real specific, but he said that, you know, he's got some new stuff and new people, and even talked about other tracks. Like Bruno Coppola right now is saying, can't wait till Billy Lane brings Sons of Speed to Laconia, New Hampshire. This could be the year where it could happen.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
You definitely. I saw your interview with with Perowitz on Chopper Talk, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And, I agree with you. It would be great to see, more participants. Like, even Jody said, where's all the Cannonball people? Getting them out there and, and racing also. I know it's a different type of racing, but, you got to get Tom Banks out there.
He's working on it. He's already in.
Dude,
like, he
Banks
was
is
hook,
in.
line, and sinker on practice day.
He told me by the end of the day, he looked at me and he said, you just cost me $200,000. He said, you had no business convincing me to come here.
Because Chris really, Chris goaded him into coming. He's like, oh man, you're going to be there. You're going to love it. Like, and he kept after him. And next thing you know, he's like, I'm going to be there Thursday.
And I was like, hey, you just come down, hang out. You be in the pits with Toast and Stevenson and all the guys. It'll be fun for you. And he wasn't there 10 minutes till he was like, you son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm booked. I tell you, I just met Tom at the Cannonball. And his whole crew and with Jody and watching them work and keeping Jody running for like 14 legs of the Cannonball was impressive. It was cool. They had they had like 4 or 5 bikes there, and his brother George was there, and Sean and Joe.
George is the best. But
George,
seriously,
work, man.
I
like George.
All joking aside, the reason why I wanted to talk Tom into coming is because I know the passion and the energy that he puts into Cannonball, and Sons of Speed needs that. You know what I mean? Sons of Speed is so good for all ends of our industry because of the excitement, and it's cool. It's cool to see that stuff, and it needs guys like Tom Banks. So any one of you guys that are the Cannonball guys, or if you have old bikes and you're out there, get involved with this thing, man. Get involved and help push it to the next level, because the whole industry needs it. And I mean, more than that racing series itself needs it. There needs to be what Stork is talking about with, having enough people that it's like an actual race. It's like you're watching a race. That field needs to be fuller so that there's more bikes on the track and there's more of a race going on.
I like the idea that you had the other day too, where there's several different groups. There's a Group A, the speedsters, hot bikes, and then, there's the other guys other people who are just, they're out there. They're not competing, but they're out there.
There's Banks. There's Banks comment. No, Tom Banks is in.
You suckered him in again.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what, his brother George was cool. I don't know if I can curse on here, but his brother George was fucking cool, man. His hair was always slicked back, in pretty good shape. He just went about his own business, man, getting his bike that I think it was a 15 JD, getting that bike up and running the next day. And
George is a real aficionado too, Tom and George. Yeah. And as soon as we have time to get back to it, we're going to bring that show. They were the co-hosts on a show that we did called Cyber Swap. And George is very, very knowledgeable. I mean, he's one of those cats that you can hold up apart from across the room, and he can give you the whole history on it, Cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that was a great show, too.
Yeah? Well, it's funny. They actually know Tim Stull, and they speak highly of Tim Stull, and I'm like, whoa, you guys know Tim Stull? That's my boy. So it was pretty funny.
Right on.
So cool.
Listen, man, thank you so much for coming on and spending some time with us tonight. And just tell everybody again where they can keep track of what you're doing and what they can do to support this thing.
So they can keep watch on Mad Stork on Instagram and Mad Storks. I forgot my. It's a new Instagram, Mad Storks Art and Motorbike Museum, and listen, we're trying to make it work, and I got some things I have to do, and I'm hoping that the beginning of next year. Maybe, who knows, maybe Willie's in March will be the first time I break it out, but I'm looking to, have bigger and better. And, who knows, maybe I get a brick and mortar someday and have a storefront in Daytona or Sturgis. Or,
dude, that'd be awesome.
Well, whatever we can do to help promote you, to help get you to places, get you in places, all you have to do is say, hey, because, we want to see you out at these things.
We'll be your reference, for sure.
All right, cool. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. And, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know you mentioned Lisa Ballard. Lisa Ballard's actually been pretty cool.
You have a whole fan club.
Oh, yeah.
Darren McKay, Kelly Lynn.
Darren's my boy. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, your whole fan club's here. Magoo's
so-
Oh, yeah?
here. Oh, yeah.
Magoo said he still has his antelope T-shirt.
That's good. I probably have a couple more for him if he needs them.
Right on.
Actually, Magoo might need a smaller size. Have you seen him?
No, is he getting small again?
Holy
Good
cow!
for him.
Yeah,
Good for him,
yeah, he
dude.
looks great. Yeah, he looks great. I
That's
saw him at the
awesome.
block party. I might have been a little hungover coming out of my van on Saturday, and I was like, "Whoa, what happened to you?"
Oh,
Yeah, he looks great.
Wait a minute. Rob Nussbaum just dropped the bomb right on the air.
you son of a biscuit-eating monkey. No. No, no,
Son of a
no.
biscuit
That
eater.
will be grounds for me just staying in our undisclosed location.
He says, Chris, I'm working on your Sons of
Nope.
Speed motor. Oops.
Awesome.
Nope.
See, Ken, tell her it's awesome. It's awesome.
No.
It is.
Okay, so
Gotta
which
do it.
other bikes are you going to sell?
What? There's no selling motorcycles.
No,
Right.
but wait a minute. No. The deal was he can have one of those after I have my bike. And if he gets that, then I'm never getting my bike. Because he gets all
You
the
gotta-
cool stuff.
I heard it's going to be a nice.
You won't have
Sons of
time to
Speed
ride
race
anyway,
bike.
so it's okay.
No.
It's going to be a hot 61 JD. That's what I'm hearing.
You know what we do for, like, we are broke ass publishers, right? You know that.
Oh man. Well, listen, buddy.
Good.
Again, I want to thank you for stopping by, and like she said, anything that we can do, please let us
Anything.
know because
I appreciate it.
you're
Thank you.
one of the good ones. Ken,
I won't even ask you to write articles anymore.
she's lying.
No,
yeah.
pictures,
She told me
yes.
I don't have to write anymore. She said I could do talk to text. I'm like, oh, geez, I don't even know how to do that.
It's so funny. He's a great writer, and it's one of his least favorite things to do, and he's very good at it. But I said, just give me the pictures. We'll take care of it. So hopefully we can start getting a little more Mad Stork in the magazine.
All right, sounds great. Thanks,
Right
guys.
on, man. You take care of yourself. Everybody go check this cat's work out. Support him. Get involved. And we'll catch you in Daytona.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right, man. So we're,
I love Mad Stork.
oh, man. And, you know, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Like a traveling display to continually tell our story and, you know, point out the good stuff that's going on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, man, we're going long into the hour, and we got some stuff left to do here. Right now, we're going to cut real quick to a feature bike and show you guys some cool stuff. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Shop Talk.
So you guys know every year we do Sweepstakes Bike, and we're so lucky and we're so proud to be able to do something and give back to the people that have helped make Twisted Tea what it is at bike rallies and beyond. So this year we've come up with a bike, and it's unlike any other bike that we've done before. You know, we, Chris and Heather and I and the gang from Cycle Source, we sit down, and it's usually over pancakes somewhere at a diner near you, and we figure out what the next year's sweepstakes bike is going to be. And we try to do something that's different but a little twisted. And this year's bike meets all of those requirements. Everybody had something on this bike that was the hill to die on. We beat each other up, and we went through a lot of different things because Chris wanted one thing, Heather hated this, I hated that, I love this, but we landed on what we believe is probably one of the coolest bikes we've ever done. Now, you've heard us say that before. This is the coolest bike we've ever done. And I guess we do say that a lot, but this bike is really cool. Now the inspiration for this bike, you're looking at it because it's a little different from some of the other ones that we've done before. The inspiration for this bike is from like a 50s, 60s straight axle gasser. You know, that like 56 Bel Air that's coming out of the strip, you know, with like, you know, it's like got the two wheels and front wheels in the air and the rear wheels are just smoking. And it had those classic lines, but most importantly, it had traditionally had meat and potatoes paint jobs. You know, there wasn't a ton of clear, there wasn't all this fancy pinstripe because those gassers were used as promotional items for the guys that built them and the garage shops and the sponsors that, you know, put those cars on the tracks. So that was kind of the inspiration for the paint scheme. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you about the motor. It's an 81 shovel head that Rich Petoniak and Chris from Cycle Source, they went through this whole thing. And this motor is, I mean, it is tight. It's on point. I've been riding this thing up and down the loop, and it is as fresh as it gets. The tanks and the oil bag are from late 40s panhead. Everything else you see here, you know, the front end, it's a late model Evo front end. It's kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. But all the components that we have on this are either period correct or brandy new, and it's beautiful. Clint from Speed Freak, we had to like twist his arm, put him in a chicken wing, give him a wedgie to convince him to do this flat yellow paint job because he wasn't a big fan of doing the flat yellow, and he warned us that it wasn't going to be easy to keep clean. And man, Clint, you weren't lying. So he did a hell of a job on the paint. He knocked it out. And then Casey from Paint Job came in and he did his thing, and we just love what he does. And the theme was to have this just big, fat, bubbly pinstripes and lettering on the bike, and he knocked it out of the park there for us. Now to enter to win this bike, you can go to twistedT.com, you can go to cyclesource.com, or if you go to your local liquor store, grocery store, or your favorite motorcycle rally, we'll have point of sale where there's a QR code on there, and you can take a picture of the QR code and get on the internets and enter to win the thing. It's completely free, and we do this simply because we want to give back to you, the Twisted Tea drinker, the motorcycle enthusiasts, and the people who've made us who we are. Well, that about does it for me. Once again, I'm Billy from Twisted Tea, and I hope to see you on the road this year. And until then, keep it twisted.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Hey, what's happening? It's Xavier with Providence Cycle Works, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio, where we are trucking through the hour of Shop Talk Sunday nights. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live with Shop Talk. And man, Mark, the time seems like it's just hauling ass tonight.
That it is.
Good conversation.
When you got good content like this, time just flies.
Right. Ken is something else, man. Like I said, once we got to see inside of the life of a firehouse, I really started having more respect for guys. Not that I didn't respect Ken, but having even way more respect, getting to know that story a little bit. It's pretty incredible. Yeah. So, Blondie,
he's a unique individual.
Yeah, right. What do you got coming up? What's going on with you? What are you doing? It's garage time. How's the 62 doing?
Actually, I've got enough room in the garage to actually work on something right now. Since you just left town forever, got to keep myself busy somehow.
Shut up.
Got the trailer emptied out.
Every time I call you, you tell me that you're tired of hearing from me.
That just means there's a lot of love in this room.
Oh, right on. Well, listen, Blondie, what do we got? What do we got for events? You want to go through events real quick and tell everybody what's up?
Hold on, let me get on the same page as you.
No, see, I had you all queued up. I give you a nice lead in.
Wait a minute. So, in all fairness, in the mobile studio, I can't see the same thing that I usually can see. That's why I keep looking off to the side to see Mark, because I keep stepping on him because I can't see him like I normally can. So just bear with me. I know.
Isn't it hard to do that because you have trouble seeing the comments and all that stuff? It's difficult when you're, especially in the mobile studio, because you got to look the complete opposite way to get to see things.
Right, and then he's like, "Look at your camera! Look at your camera!"
I'm gonna have to put another monitor up just so you guys quit bitching.
Yeah.
We're good. I'll find something else to bitch about.
I was just gonna say, have you met Mark? There's always something to complain about.
Mark, wait a minute.
Come on, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's roll with the events.
All right, first up, actually, the next events that I am aware of. Oh, jeepers, this is closer than I thought. Roscoe's Chili Challenge, Lakeland, Florida.
Buddy.
In its 30th year, I believe. Again, Lakeland, Florida. For more information, you can go to roscoeschilichallenge.com. 36th annual, excuse me. But during that, we are going to be over in the... What did I do? In the Lone Star State for our annual shenanigans. But we're bringing Torque Performance Magazine for their first performance bike show at the Lone Star Rally. That's going to be on Friday, November 5th at Henley Green, starting at 10 a.m., I believe. For more information on that, you can go to torquemagusa.com. Same time on Friday is our annual Old Time Motorcycle Rodeo Games. Come test your skills with us. Winner gets bragging rights for a year and a bitchin' championship belt. It's like one of those big WWE ones. It's super rad. Registration starts at noon. Games are from 1 to 4 sharp. Sign up early because they take it seriously out there, y'all. Saturday, November 6th is our annual Ride-In Custom Bike Show. We have trophies in over 26 classes, not a whole lot of rules, no entry fee, no crybabies allowed, and come and have a good time. Registration starts at 10 a.m. Awards are at 4:30. I don't have a flyer for this one, but Saturday night on Seawall, the Black Smoke Sinners are playing at 7 p.m., I believe, so you're going to want to see that. Next event
Can I get an amen?
Next event is...
Hey, we also want to remind everybody that at the same time the Cycle Source Ride-In Custom Bike Show is going on at Lone Star, the Pirowitz Paint Show.
Oh, yes.
Jody and Dave will be in town, and they're doing it. And we're trying to push these two shows kind of close together so that we can share...
Yeah, we want to support each other.
Yeah, so...
What's plural for Pirowitz? Would it be Parawai? We want to support the Parawai. I deserved that one.
You did.
Mama Tried Motorcycle Show, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, December 4th and 5th. That's always a good time. If you're up there, please go to the Iron Horse Hotel and have brunch for me.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to go just for that. Stop shooting me. The following weekend, Central Florida, Wheels of Steel.
Wait. Cindy
What?
Pan says, I'm from Jersey. That sound effect's making me hit the floor.
Oh, I love you, Cindy. The weekend of December 11th.
Duck and run.
Duck and run. December 11th and 12th, Central Florida, Wheels of Steel show at the RP Funding Center. It's going to be a good time. They just released their list of national builders that are going to be exhibiting throughout the weekend, and that includes Javier Muriel from Providence Cycle Works, Richard Ruck from It'll Ride Choppers, Bill Dodge, Bling Cycles, Eric from FNA, Justin Kelly from Hang 'em High, and there's, I think, 15, Curtis Hoffman from Hoffman Designs, John Jessup from Dream Rides. I'm not going to list them all because there are way too many to list. Moving on, we're going to go to the Stop Shooting Me, damn it, Donnie Smith bike show and swap meet, March 26th and 27th, 2022. I have to tell you, I know it's up in the St. Paul, Minneapolis area, where it's still cold that time of year, but it is so worth it. I think every indoor show should be modeled after the Donnie Smith show. They do such an outstanding job. I'm really looking forward to attending that.
Wait a minute. Shane Jeanette, hey, I have some extra rooms that my corporate client won't be needed that are affordable for Galveston, non-oceanfront. What's up? We booked quite a few extra, but if we release them, they will drive rates up.
Shane, if you want to drop us a link or whatever, we'll get that out. The Sleep In Suites on Broadway.
Yeah, listen, hit us up at cyclesourcemain@comcast.net.
I just booked my house a week ago, dang it.
Yeah, but we know people.
Yeah, we know people.
That one needed 2 shots.
I need my own sound effects, damn it.
No, you do not.
Oh, yes, I do.
Nope.
Whatever. Anyway, we're going to jump ahead to, of course, almost a whole year from now, September 9th and 10th, 2022. The Smokeout is back in Salisbury. Yeah, buddy. You can go to smokeoutrally.com for more information. And that's all the events I have for you. So please stop shooting me, please.
Okay.
One more time.
Bastard. Anybody looking for those rooms at Lone Star Rally, you can email shanejeanette@outlook.com.
So, like I said, the website is up.
Yeah, no bike, no sound effects. You suck, Christopher.
All the
thank you, Mike.
information that you need is there. This is one of my favorite parts of it. It took me forever to do this site plan. So at least go there and check it out, because
Just go look at the
it was
website.
a lot of hard work. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. So lots of stuff to talk about. Obviously, make sure you tune in to our sister show on Thursday nights, Torque Performance Television, supporting the two-wheeled performance world.
Easy for you to say. Do you know who our guest is next Sunday?
I don't.
It's Jerry from 812 Inc.
Nice.
I'm very excited to have him on. He's a wonderful craftsman, and he really promotes the arts and motorcycling, amongst a whole bunch of other cool things.
So some other stuff I want to make sure we talk about real quick before we cut you guys loose. If you're looking for a way to support Cycle Source Magazine / ShopTalk, head over to hotleathers.com. They have a whole lineup of Cycle Source merchandise over there. You can get you a cool shirt or hoodie, depending on what part of the country you're in, one of those bitchin' hats, and that gives us a little gas money, so we appreciate that. Also, if you're looking for the latest in news and information, cyclesource.com. You can see our whole news blog there, where we get everything from in the magazine and even stuff that doesn't make it month to month there.
Yep.
So
and we do a magazine.
We do a magazine.
We do a magazine.
You guys
we
still do that magazine?
We still print a magazine.
Still doing that stupid magazine.
We actually just finished an issue. We finished issue 188.
It's getting cold out, so you need something to start the fire with.
We used to do that in the magazine, though. We used to do
was that?
250 uses
use.
101 ways to use salsa.
Salsa. You like saying salsa. Salsa.
Mitch, it isn't every 30 days anymore,
salsa.
thanks to COVID.
Jason Holman, thanks for tuning in. He's putting up the link for Wheels of Steel, and then says the Central Florida Wheels of Steel show in Lakeland. We actually had that. If you'd have tuned in earlier, we had that in our.
Well, I didn't say. I
events.
was calling it the CF Wheels of Steel show, so I didn't actually say Central Florida. He was correcting me.
Oh,
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, I see.
Thank you, Jason.
Got another producer on site.
So listen, man. One more time, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks to Dennis Kirk for carrying the feed on the main flagship, and for being our studio sponsor. Everybody that's over there, all our logo rolls, make sure you support those people because they help us get the show done every week. And you guys keep watching it. We'll keep doing it till next Sunday when we see each other again. Make sure you keep it rolling. When we come back, same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Bye, Felicia.
I thought you was going to let us hang.
I know. I was like...
It's a delay.
Delay.